Alright, for real this time. So, I wasn't expecting this many streams of this game. But last time, we got to the end, and we're at the actual ending. Yeah, we're actually at the ending. We did get the good ending, but the good ending is like an hour and a half long. So we had to stop. Yeah, anyway. This game's been quite a ride. Oh yeah, Nico's here. Hold on. Say hi. Nico's saying hi, right? Okay, yeah, so... Yeah, I wasn't expecting the game to last this... I knew it was long. I thought maybe originally it was going to be like 3 streams, but now here we are at stream 7. So... the moral of the story is I need to research before picking up a game like this. This was supposed to be the Valentine's Day stream. But, we got kind of wrapped up in the story. Before we go any further, the usual shill. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. I want to get more subs to the YouTube channel. Every 50 subs, we'll get a playthrough of a game. 550 will be Klonoa Beach Volleyball and Buster Bust Loose, second attempt at it. 600 is Super Metroid, but if we get 600 before March 28th, I will do the webcam stream in VTuber costume. And then we got Pac-Man World, a bunch of other things. This could change. Suggestions are welcome as usual. And I want to do something if we manage to get 1,000 before the year ends. I want to do something, but I don't know what. So we'll just leave that open for now. Also, join the Discord server. Link is in the description. And come give me a follow over on Twitch as well. Let me adjust myself real quick here. Okay, there we go. That's better. Before we begin, though, there's something I want to comment on because something was bothering me about the last playthrough, specifically the stuff that happened with Ben at the end. So, just to recap, there was an incident with Mia, of course, and apparently she had taken Ben's medication that he had. So, here's the thing. First of all, one odd thing was that Ben, who was established like right away, and one of the first characters we meet, and the first friend that Inko made, and yet for some reason, throughout most of the game, he was kind of like not present. Like he was missing from a good chunk of the game, which is strange because then at the very end, we find out all these things about him. So I thought that was kind of odd, but apparently he has some sort of condition, which they did not specify. I don't think... Maybe when we look at the ending, we'll get a little bit more clarity, but here's the thing. He has some sort of mental condition. Now, I'm not a doctor, but based on what I know about him from the game, from what little bits of we've got from him in the game, I'm guessing he has either ADHD or perhaps anxiety, which would explain why he needed the meds, because the meds would help him focus, which would explain why he was always so hyper-focused on the student council stuff, which is why he kind of shrugged off falling down in the cafeteria, and how he was able to, like, do all the photos at the wedding. Also, how he had very little tact when he, after finding out Iedakin died, why he immediately went up to Olivia and be like, hey, we need to do a eulogy, like, right now. And that's why he was, he was just kind of like that. And I guess he still had trouble with things, so he had Mia, like, help him, like, talk to other students for him that he, like, still had trouble talking with. So I guess that made her get fed up and either fed up with him or she didn't fully understand his condition, or it could be both for all we know. Here's the point I'm trying to make. So when they established his meds, if I may pull back the veil and put on my pharmacy technician lab coat for a moment, I'm not a full expert on the subject, mind you. It's not my first career choice, so it wasn't exactly my career path. Also, I should mention the place I work for, when it comes to like psych meds, we don't really do those. I mean, we kind of do, but like not often. It's not our typical clientele. Let me put it that way. Here's the thing. They mentioned his meds. They called them antipsychotics. Antipsychotics. It's a broad term for a certain group of meds. Antipsychotics typically are for like schizophrenia and like personality disorder, like people with severe mental problems. Like I don't think you would take those for ADHD or anxiety or whatever he had. The voices, yeah, pretty much. Basically, yes. So I found it kind of weird that they called them antipsychotics, but Ben doesn't really fit that description as far as we know. Again, we didn't really get to know him enough to make that kind of assumption. It could have been a mistake too. It could have just been the game using the wrong terminology, or we just don't fully know what his deal is. I wish they had either given us some kind of vocabulary, like to just say what's wrong with him, or either drop the name of a drug. They could have just said a drug, and that would have clarified things. Yeah, it could have just been poor research. I could be thinking too much into this, but it felt kind of weird to me, so I kind of did my own little research on it, and antipsychotics, unless he really does have some kind of serious problem, that would not be the correct thing. Like that's way above what he would have, you know? Is done intentionally. What does that imply? It implies that he needs to find a new doctor and get a better prescription. Maybe we got the bad ending. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna take a look at the other endings, because the good ending, the longest ending, is like an hour and a half. So once we go through that, we'll take a look at the other endings, and if there's still time, maybe I'll put something else on. We'll see. All right, enough babbling. Enough of my my diagnoses here. All right, so here we are at the good ending. Yeah, again, maybe when we do this, we'll get more information. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, they have like an hour and a half to work with here, so hopefully,
let's fucking go.
Hopefully, maybe they'll go into detail about that. But anyway, a tiny tinny holiday tune plays from a nearby radio as we work in the snow. Fresh white powdery ice crunches loudly underfoot, and our knitted mittens work to pile and compact heaps of the fresh white powder. Not only compacted though, but sculpted. Yeah, and listen, that's a lot of words to say that they're building a snowman. Listen, this game is good. I've been trying to hold off my thoughts to the very end, but this game is better than I thought it was going to be. It is well written. It has a very interesting, engaging story. It's got really good characters, but my God, they could have cut the dialogue. They could have easily like halved the dialogue, like shortened these sentences, man. Vinny has a bright future ahead of him as he works studiously on the Christmas monuments. The pros are a bit flowery, yeah. Loud chatter of teeth drawing near must be Damien. He must be done collecting the sticks we need. Taking a deep breath, I look over at the 5 different piles of snow we've gathered from the yard. Benny, you got the arms here. Sweet. I need some twigs so I can make our mouths just right, too. The younger boy finally stands and marches through the now muddy grass of the yard. Bro, Inky, you two start on the bodies. I'll make the heads. Damien salutes his brother's orders, and we all start on finishing Vinny's project before it gets too cold. While I'm fine with my new mittens and scarf, the brothers are nearly freezing themselves for Vinny's art, which at least motivates them to complete the 5 figures in the time it takes for me to finish a single snowman. Originally, Vinny was begging me to make a snowman in his stead, but he got ahead of himself and ended up giving himself an artistic vision of a whole family of snow people modeled after the family. And I would have had to do it all myself, but Randy decided he had enough of yard-related tasks before delegating me to the season. At least we have a promise of lunch. Olivia's hard at work in the kitchen. Now, I made a few snowmen in my day, but never snow dinos. Tails are easy enough. What's not easy is the beaks. As powerful as Christmas magic is, it's no match for basic physics. Damien tries making a very tall one to resemble Liz. In the end, it crumbling up under its own weight and falling over right there. Yeah, I don't think brontosauruses are a friendly shape for a snowman. Just saying, especially Liz. After long, I actually do manage to get the snoot right. It's just a matter of how you pack it together. Oh, look, you can see them. That's cute. Look. Before long, there's a nice group of snow dinos for each of the panes. Olivia's is special. It's sprawled out like how she's always laying on her bed. I see Olivia judging from the window. It's a playful glare that knows I'm right, but demands satisfaction for the hazing. Hold on, it's not quite finished yet. Vinny quickly begins forming another frosty figure next to Snow Olivia. Oh, God. Soon enough, it begins taking a humanoid shape, though lacking any significant details. Inky, can I borrow your shades? Oh, sure thing. Handing him my shades. God. Again, they could have just made him a fucking person. He's a fully developed character. He's not a mannequin. I know we joke about it, but still. Handing him my shades, the little dino presses the hinges straight into the head. There, now it's everyone. There he is, look. I'm sure it'd be cute if I had eyes to see it with. I'll let Inksicle keep those for now. Thank you, God, for the replacement shades. I think it's about time to head back inside. I fear Damien's frills might break off if we stay out here any longer. I wave to the brothers toward the door as they run ahead in search of warmth. For a moment, I consider adding some finer dinosaur-related detailing, but I don't want to keep Olivia waiting. I make my way inside, making sure to stomp the snow off my boots beforehand. By the time I see them, Damien and Vinny have already changed into dry clothes. The jackets they had worn, the designer made and thoroughly insulated for the cold, hung heavily on the coat rack nearby. I knew they'd be good gifts, especially for Vinny. I'll remind them how to clean the jackets later. The brothers sit on the couch, wrapped in down blankets and sipping hot chocolate way too quickly. I was 30 seconds. How'd you get changed that fast? We're just trying to freeze to death as little as possible. It wasn't that bad. Says the Agarthoid. Agarthoid? It's not a slur, is it? I don't know. I've never heard that word before. Those are human words. You cannot use those. In either case, I'd rather not get the couch all wet, so I'll just have to stand for now. At the very least, Damien gestures to the thermos of hot chocolate and spare mug on the set on the mug on the coffee table. After yanking off my new handmade mittens, I pour myself a cup and savor the heat as my fingers regain feeling. Soon enough, the familiar sound of rubber on hardwood signals Olivia's arrival. The first thing she notices is the two Payne brothers clumped together on the couch.
You two look like you're having fun. Yeah, did you see the snow guys we built? We made one that kind of looks like you. I saw, I'm flattered. And I just finished lunch. You hungry?
I could smell it ever since I entered. The smell of well-seared meat and veggies. Ever since she came over to visit me that one time, I've been dying to try her cooking again. Absolutely.
I think I'll stay here for now. Damien, I'm offering you food. No, sir, not getting out of this chair.
Nope, not getting out of this chair. Vinny takes the cue from his older brother and follows his example, crossing his arms and smugly holding his chin up in defiance.
You guys suck.
Olivia motions me toward the kitchen. I take one last sip of the cocoa before joining her. She ladles me a bowl, explaining all the intricacies of the special way she's learned to make from Sophia. Though she never would tell me the secret Payne seasoning that she used to further enhance the taste of all her cooking. I carefully set the bowls on a large tray and hand the tray to Olivia, who sets it carefully across her armrest. Our meal set, Olivia hollers for food shakes the house to its foundation. Sophia and Randy meet us as I wheel Olivia into the living room, and they're looking well rested from their afternoon nap.
Oh, thank you, Olivia. It looks fantastic.
Olivia smiles and sets the tray down on the coffee table so she can start passing the bowls out one by one. With a flick of his tail, Vinny turns on the television, ready to set a sports channel and playing a hockey match. Randy takes a noisy slurp of his broth, licking his chops after. Tastes fantastic, too.
So enjoy the stew so we can have the real Christmas treats.
Real Christmas treats? When Olivia sees my confused look, she simply smiles and shakes her head. The rest of the Paynes look excited, though, and start voraciously slurping down their stew. Following their example, I abandon my spoon and take up my bowl and bring it to my lips. Just the right mixture of salty and spicy, the veggies and meat and creamy broth going down so smoothly. As much as I want to savor my first sip, the others have already drank up most of their meal. So I too greedily slurp down my meal until I can set my empty bowl back down on the serving tray in satisfaction. Oh man, that really hit the spot, Livia. Looking around, Livia isn't in the room anymore. Olivia?
Give her a moment and go.
She's just fetching some things. I can only guess the treats based on how Vinny is vibrating the entire couch with his excitement. I think that's just a sugar rush from the hot cocoa. Really gotta watch his diet.
Alright, wouldn't be Christmas without these.
These looking to be a tray filled with some sort of oddly shaped chocolates. Olivia wheels herself right next to me, so I take the tray from her armrest. She smiles and gracefully tosses herself beside me on the couch. Looking down at the tray again, the treats look like bundles of sticks held together by their sugary coating.
They're called haystacks, Cinco.
Try one, you'll love it. Pop one of the smaller bundles into my mouth, chewing on the sweet and salty homemade candy. Marshmallow, butterscotch, and chow mein noodles? Interesting. Hold one of the uncovered sticks to inspect it. It's an older tradition, so I'm not surprised you don't know it, Inko. I've never heard of this, if it's real. I take a couple more and pass the tray to Damien. They're quite delicious. Olivia plucks one of the pieces from my hand and pops it into her mouth, crunching the candy to oblivion. Just like the stew, the tray of haystacks is devoured rapidly too. Ah. Randy sinks further into his recliner, drawing his wife into his lap with a surprised yelp from her. She shakes her head and settles beside him, looking over everyone else with a content smile. This is what the holidays are all about.
Candy?
Family, son.
About being with the ones we love most, Vincent.
The young boy considers her words. He comes to his own conclusion.
Well, I love candy, so we should have more.
You've had enough. He looks to Olivia, who snorts at his logic.
I'll make more later, okay? Sweet.
Knowing now that there'll be more Christmas candy, the young dino's eyes focus on the hockey game playing. On screen, the hockey puck is finally hit into the net. The shot is replayed a couple times from different angles. All the while, the professional commentators talk about the college teams. While they mainly focus on the players' game efforts, the commentators also highlight the players' plans and degrees. Which reminds me of what's to come soon. Going back to school next week.
Don't remind me.
It's the last semester before graduation. Then we're free to go do whatever. College jobs.
Vinny will finally have a room to himself.
Oh, that's true. Once you guys go, it'll just be Vinny here to keep us company.
All my kids are grown up.
Don't worry, Ma, way ahead of you. I'll fail all my classes just for you. He's a good son? Not if you know it's good for you. Yeah, okay, good. Be strange seeing the place quiet for once. Been pretty lively this year. I'll have to enjoy it while it lasts.
It's whole 6 months before we even graduate, guys. Yeah, plus I don't have any real plans yet.
School's probably going to be bothering us a whole lot about applying colleges starting now. Wait, you have no plans at all? Olivia shrugs.
I know what I want to do, obviously. But compared to Liz, she has the next decade of her life planned out, maybe more. Liz just goes above and beyond.
As for me, I really don't know either. Maybe college, but I'm open to other options. Just be careful of your loans. That's all I'll say. And be careful what college you go to. If you get my drift. Guess it's a good thing we got half a year still then.
Yeah.
Damien stands up with a sly grin, marching back to the tiny Christmas tree in the corner. All the gifts had been unwrapped, but some of the presents were still beneath it, awaiting the pains to make room in their house for them. He scoops up something and comes back to the couch. I see. I see. It's that new retro console. The new retro console, right? Still can't wrap my head around the concept. Wouldn't you want the console from the latest generation? It's a NES Mini. You know how hard they are to get?
Yo, leave the future to the future. We still got we still gotta try all the presents. First game, dibs.
Can't stop my smile spreading, though, even though I know Damien's only trying to change the subject. Someone nips my shoulder. Hey, what's up?
We're forgetting someone. I want to give Guts his Christmas breakfast.
Lydia pushes herself to the edge of the couch seat, but before she can set her knees down onto the floor, she pauses and turns her eyes my way.
Nico, could you help me?
Yeah, do you want your chair? She shakes her head no and holds out her arms. Oh, hold her arms out. I feel my face heat up as I comprehend what she really wants. Don't you normally walk on your knees around the house?
Just do it.
The rest of her family look amused as I slide one arm beneath her legs and the other around her back. Olivia further secures herself by wrapping her arms over my shoulders. It kind of is, yeah. Lifting her up as I slowly become muscle memory, though my gait to her room still feels awkward and wobbly. Olivia doesn't mind though, as she smiles contentedly with the entire time, and even after I nearly drop her on the bed. Once her tiny minion is properly fed his righteous Christmas feast, Olivia and I sit together in her bed and just hold each other. I would like to point out that this game does have the saucy images, which I have turned off. Out of curiosity, I turned them back on and went over to the gallery just to see if they were there. They haven't been unlocked, and there's only 2 of them. So I don't know when or if those will show up. So hopefully, I don't know if they'll get unlocked by us not having them enabled. I don't know. I'm like weirdly curious of what they could possibly be.
Damn you, old man!
Listen here, son. The hollering of the rest of the family is thankfully muted by her walls, and we finally have a quiet time. The quiet time I know she was looking for. My hand caresses her back, drawing out her sweet, bellowing purrs as she leans more and more against me. I say myself, I just had to... That's fine, I understand. I'm reluctant to look up what they are because I don't know if I want to look up I Wani Hug That Gator saucy images in any search engine. With my face in her hair, I recall still having something in my pocket for her. She pouts and nips at my arm as I draw away from her. Let go of me, I got something for you. She grunts and releases her hostage. I put the small box from my pocket, still neatly wrapped in shiny violet paper and topped with an emerald bow. She sits up and accepts the present, tilting an eyebrow. 30 streak, nice. Or, are you certain about that, or are you just happy to see her? Yes.
Wait, you can give me this when we were opening all the presents.
This one's special. Go on, open it. Hit the scroll wheel again. Olivia carefully tears the wrapping off and the box lifts the cover. Inside is a neatly folded sheet cloth. When Olivia pinches it, brings out to bring it out, it unfolds in its true shape. It's a stylized tail brace meant for support and warmth. It only required commissioning Liz for the pattern, and Sophia just needed the material to put it together. He bought her a tail warmer. I motion for her tail, which she delicately sets in my hand. I noticed after our dance, it really took a toll on you. For a few days, your tail was so scratched up and sore, you didn't want to use it for anything at all. Tail sock, tail warmer, yeah. Even now, I can feel the muscles beneath her scales still hot and tender. With all the necessity, I slide the fashionable accessory over her tail. The elastic bands within are already working, distributing a comforting pressure across her entire tail and causing Olivia to coo happily as she relaxes further on her bed. So it's like those compression socks, but for your tail. So you know it wouldn't be so rough on you next time. It takes a moment for Olivia to process my words, her expression of content slowly changing to one of surprise, and then a gentle smile.
Next time? That'd be nice.
The twitch of her cheek doesn't escape my sight. Olivia, are you okay?
Yeah, just...
Russian socks. I've been told I should probably start using those. She chews her lip for a moment to think. Something bad?
Oh no, it's silly. I guess I just felt, I don't know, guilty for a second.
Her fingers ring her blanket. Guilty? What for?
It's at some point while I was making the fountain painting, I was resting when I remembered something.
When I was a lot younger, I would occasionally go to these physical therapy appointments. There were some other kids like me, actually, maybe 3 or 4 years. One of them was able to waddle a bit with his tail. Almost everyone was excited he could manage that. But the other kid's tail was too short. He was stuck on it. He was stuck on all fours still. So it's a miracle I even could do what I did. But it made me think, and I eventually found videos of someone dancing like that with her tail. Someone like me, you know? I'm lucky enough to have this issue, lucky enough that I can still move around a bit on my own. What about the others, like that boy? What would they think after seeing us dance? It's been on my mind ever since I started practicing. Libby clears her throat and looks at me with a sadness permeating from her moonshade eyes.
That's what gave me the idea, but... should I have? I feel like somehow I shouldn't have, but I did because I love you. It confuses me.
What do those kids think? Did you ever see them again? She shakes her head. What about anyone else like you? What do they think?
I don't know.
Wouldn't any of them be happy to have what you have? So many of them can't ever do something like that.
I guess, but still. It sounds dumb, but it still feels like I'm somehow betraying something.
Or maybe insulting.
I can only dance because I was able to enough to use an appendage just long and strong enough to allow it. I guess I feel like I'm mocking them. I'm the unluckiest person. I get the occasional glimpse at normalcy. I may as well not even be called disabled. I'm just an outlier.
Thought you didn't ever want to be.
I know.
Her face falls and her entire maw trembles. I don't have any answers for her. How would I? She's not some strange exception case because of a bunch of crazy variables, and that's not why I love her. She's Olivia, and I love her because she's Olivia. My hand sets her tail down on her lap, and so that she can cup one of her, so that they can cup one of her cheeks and tilt her head upward. Looking into those beautiful silver irises, my whispered words carried my honest feelings for her to clearly hear. Hey, I got you this because I love you, no other reason. If you don't want to use it in any particular way, nobody's making you, alright? The concern in her eyes still exists, but as her lips raise and her eyelids soften, I can see the sorrow subsumed by a comforting love.
Okay.
She leans into my palm and sighs softly.
That's good enough reason for now.
Livia starts running her hand across her tail's garment.
It's pretty.
Thanks, it's tailor-made just for you.
I like it a lot. Thanks.
Oh god, here we go.
For the gift and caring and being there for me, and
Livia's comments devolve into mumbling affectionate words about me as she pushes herself into my chest, wrapping her arms tightly around my body and her tail around my leg.
I love you, Inko.
Love you too, Olivia. I draw her even closer with my arms, burying my face into her hair as I cradle the girl against me. Eventually, we'll show off Olivia's newest gift. But for now, she wants to be held, and I want to hold her. Come January, the new semester starts. The final semester and the break and New Year provides a nice start for the end. Even Ben seems to be bouncing back. Contrary to his fears, it was business as usual once the break ended. Sure, there was the occasional rumor or whisper, but they were vastly overshadowed. Classes pass and the weather finally starts getting warmer again. It really felt like a victory lap compared to how turbulent the first half of the year. Olivia in particular decided she'd lived here for too long without exploring much, so she got a new fire in her to see the city inside and out. We got to see it all. Art galleries, grand luxurious malls, underground tunnel systems, the local state parks, just seeing everything the city had to offer. We even went back to visit the arcade a few times. And that brings us here. From a public school standpoint, I consider our final destination. Not the last class or the graduation itself or even the after party Olivia and I skipped to cuddle together at my place. I had something better in mind, something I always wanted to do since my folks moved here. Does his parents know about Olivia? I'm very curious. They've not been established at all. And finally, I was able to make a plan and put it into action. Liz's hatchback barrels down the freeway. The trunk is completely packed for the week-long trip ahead of us. Not driving though. The destination is shockingly close. Olivia holds my arm close, jittering a bit in anticipation.
Always heard of this place, but I've never actually been. I have once. It was an elementary school, but it was a blast. Did you get to go surfing?
They going to the beach?
No, and I don't plan to. What about you, Inko? You up for hanging 10?
Maybe, although I'd rather avoid a burial at sea. That actually does scare me a bit.
Wuss.
I mentioned we got to explore everything in the city had to offer. That wasn't exactly true. There was one place I've been avoiding having to mention just for the occasion. Something we'd all talked about together and decided to save for very last. And we're getting even closer as Liz drives a humongous concrete bridge jutting across the shore. Our fifth passenger speaks up.
I actually briefly considered setting up a senior trip down here.
Oh, Ben's with him.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't. I would have resigned from treasurer on the spot. It never would have flied, yeah, especially with the audit. Everyone shut up, I see it.
All of us lean forward trying to get a glimpse of our destination. This looks like somewhere in Florida. Like, it actually looks like a place here in Florida. Although it probably isn't. I'm guessing this is California or something. Just off the coast of the city, there's an island. You know how the city's called Volcadera Bluffs? Well, I've seen the bluffs. I just haven't seen the Cadera or the Vol. The island hosts both. Manuahi. It's called an Kawela o Kai Kalani. Okay. Then the three volcanoes making up the archipelago. Well, what are they in, like Hawaii? Where's the crocodiles? Alligator. Well, we have alligators. Although I should mention, as established last time, turns out Olivia isn't an alligator. They mentioned many times she's a baryonyx, which is a dinosaur. I looked it up. So this game lied to us. There was no gators to hug. With its lush natural forestry, the island was labeled a national park. Every last plant here grew of its own accord, creating a wild jungle that beautifully engulfs every section of life here. Yes. The jungle. Ran out of money, they ran out of huge photograph. I guess so. I mean, a lot of the backgrounds have been just stock photos with filters over it, so I guess it's fine. This one's weirdly clear, though. Like, it doesn't look like it has much of a... I guess it kind of does, but... Welcome to the... Wait, this isn't even appropriate. Welcome to the suburbs! Welcome to the downtown tourist district! All the way up towards the mountain peak, there were numerous hiking trails leading to a scenic view of the dormant volcano as well as a panoramic of the island herself. Then there's a small yet bustling town that sits just above the golden sand beaches where the aquatic dino inhabitants make their real living. So many unique boutiques here, full to bursting with handmade trinkets that perfectly capture the island's community. And then there were a few resorts, such as the one we're staying at, nestled on the foothills to give tourists the best views possible. Our connected suites face toward the towering mountain, with our shared balcony providing us a view of almost directly to the largest dormant volcano. Welcome to the tour site. We got souvenirs. Or is it Bermuda? Maybe it is Bermuda. Maybe we can reverse Google image search this image and see, like, if we can find out where this is. This has to be like a stock photo from like iStock or something. You know, one of the stock image sites. It's a perfect setup here, not only with the well-padded lawn chairs, but even a built-in grill for Olivia and Damien to fight over. I stepped out of the shower and started drying off with a towel. All day today, we got to see as many sights the island had to offer as we could. True to his word, Damien's top priority was surfing lessons. He'd be down at the shore every day this week for a few hours. Olivia tells me dinos can't get sunburned, but I swear he seemed a little redder this afternoon. That's impressive for him. Speaking of Olivia offered to handle my sunscreen treatment. I don't know which of us was more eager. Me for avoiding the harsh sun's rays, or Olivia who looked elated at the idea of being handsy with me. And while she did a good job, I felt the need for a sun-based guts tattoo was too much. She seems like the type of person that'll leave out like words on his chest that say like says like stupid or nerd, so that when the sun hits him, it'll leave a word on him. At first, we all hung together checking out the shops and restaurants we wanted to visit. But after Damien ran off on his own, we started to disperse and go on our own adventures. Liz found a place that would give her a full neck massage. Impressive. I'm sure that place is worth every penny. Ben became engrossed in the cultural side of the island, taking a foot tour through the history of Manuahi. And Olivia and I had decided to hang out at a luau, sampling the bonfire cooked meats while watching a lively fire dance show. There's just one last thing tonight. If you ask me, it's the most important part. I exit the bathroom in a fresh set of clothes. Outside, the sky is beginning to darken. The sun is riding along the edge of the monolithic husk of the volcano. That's why I picked this resort. There's a lot better view in there's not a better view in the state. Olivia lazes around on one of the large beds. She sips an erotic juice cocktail and flips through a travel magazine.
Took you long enough. You sampling every darn soap they got in there?
I'm just thorough.
If I know you take half an hour, I would have gone first.
It's about time we meet up. Taking the spot beside her, I see Olivia's phone resting on her stomach. How'd the call with your dad go? The older baryonyx had called just as we got back to our room, which is why I got first dibs on our shower.
Well, we would have talked longer if I hadn't known you wanted to drain all the hotel's water. He's good, though. Say you try to come home by summer's end.
That'd be awesome. We could have another pool party at Damien's. Anyway, how long till everyone's back?
Soon. I'm gonna go clean up now.
Relax, I can wait. Olivia sets herself on the well-cleaned carpet and starts marching to the bathroom.
Yeah, you go ahead and set up. Hold on.
She picks out a soda from the mini fridge and flicks the door shut with her hip. The can's drained and crumpled in seconds, and she gives me the piece of litter. Wow, treasure.
Yep, I'll come find you guys when I'm done, alright?
Sure. The door clicks behind her, and I start making preparations. I pick up the room's phone and dial the number for room service. A brief phone call later, the order is placed for some pizzas, 3 pepperoni, 1 with anchovies. It's set to deliver to my next destination. I find the mini cooler I brought and filled it with ice and more sodas from the fridge. Oh. Careful, those are expensive, man. Lastly is my camera bag and tripod, which I slung over my shoulder. Carrying everything, I step out of the bungalow into the fresh, humid air. There's a huge shared balcony nearby intended for parties and equipped for buffets. To my luck, the whole place was vacant. I claim the tables closest to the edge. From here, the whole town below sits to view us. I notice that it's layered from tropical jungle to civilization to beachfront. Across the water, the city is still visible, near enough to remind us we're close to home, but far enough to feel like we're in another world. Oh, hold on. We had a... without noticing. Anyway. It's a lot to take in. I'll let my breath out and inhale deeply. Let's make the most of this while it lasts. Setting the mini cooler down on the floor near the wall, I spend the next few minutes gazing out over the view of the island. It's hard to look away. I'm already getting ideas for where I can go next. But I have a task to perform first, and I set my camera and tripod on the ideal location, retrieving my new remote.
Hey, there you are.
Turning around, I spot Damien approaching me with a quickened pace. I almost flinch until he walks right past me, stopping right next to the mini cooler and patting the top of it as he fetches a can of soda.
Don't run away now, here.
I don't think I'll have much to say back, Damien.
Everything on its way?
I just ordered the pizzas. It should be here soon.
Cool. Liz and Four Eyes number 2 will be out in a second.
Four Eyes number 2. Well, yeah. Wow, that just hit me why you called him that. Damien drops down a seat, gnawing the top of his soda can and drinking its contents. Use the tab, bro.
I think this place is something else, though, isn't it?
Thanks, Inko. No problem. Glad we could do something like this. True to Damien's word, Liz strolls out of the bungalow. She's sharing with Damien, yawning into her hand. Her head seems to swing around more than usual.
Oh, I feel amazing. I can't believe I've never tried acupuncture.
God, the amount of needles they must have needed for her.
Everything just so effortless. It's crazy.
She joins us by the table, continuing to rave about her spa treatment.
And they were just so coordinated. It's like a pit stop crew in a race.
They called it Aikumala'u treatment. I probably did not say that correctly.
I think that's my species in their native tongue.
Neat. I actually took Olivia down to Little Trudon a while back. He told us the Japanese word for gator is Wani.
I think I've heard that before. But she's in baryonics, isn't she?
Yeah, sadly. Once again, the title of this game is a lie. Ben is the latest to join us. I check back at the window to my bungalow and see Olivia's out of the shower getting ready. That's what she said, but the resemblance is undeniable. I guess I want to hug that baryonics, just doesn't come off that well. She could be a snake neck woman yokai. They should have had a Halloween. I'm surprised they didn't do like a Halloween event in this. They just kind of glazed over Halloween and went to Christmas. She could have definitely cosplayed as one of those creatures. No Bugs Bunny, where they stuck on the island and just said a bunch of words. It's just what's up, Doc.
Ooh. Oh, absolutely. In elementary school, whenever a teacher did the see you later alligator thing, everyone would point at her. She hated it. Like, I know you're not telling anyone about the dark trauma of my past.
Olivia approaches, freshly washed off and carrying quite the payload with her.
Geez, is that all your art stuff? You know vacations are meant to get away from work, right? Can it, unless you want to wake up tomorrow with a mustache.
She moves from the chair to the table facing the balcony and unfolds the travel easel. Atop it, a plain sketchbook is placed, but Olivia procures a small paint palette instead of any pencil. Right away, she gets to work, starting with a brilliant red near the top of the page.
Don't stare, keep talking.
Just going about our days.
I checked out a few of the trails before I got back. Some beautiful stuff around here. You guys should check it out. Oh, hold that thought. Heck yeah.
He points at an approaching pair of dino ladies carrying large trays. They set them down at the tables, 4 fresh, steaming pizzas. Channeling her inner Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff drew worse things on people's faces. Liz had to hold Damien back from drooling a hole in the table. I keep forgetting he has acid spit. Olivia, however, has her attention split between her canvas and the fresh food. But she shakes her head and goes back to it. You don't even want one? Here. Pick up a slice, careful not to drop it, and bring it over to Olivia's mouth. Once she notices, she opens wide and chomps half of it in one mouthful. Keep it in your pants, Damien. Alright, now it's a party. Damien sprigs for some pizza himself. Once we settle in for real, he gets Liz's attention. Yo, Liz, your last year goes expected? I remember you going on about just before senior year started.
Oh no, not at all.
My predictions were way off, of course. I never would have expected things to turn out like this.
But I'm glad it did.
It's been nuts for everyone. I don't think anyone here is the same person they were before. What about you, Inko? What are you expecting as the new guy? That's a good question. I remember when I first stepped off the metro on the first day of school, I wanted to have lots of friends, most of all. I actually never made friends before, not like you guys. Just people I'd know for as long as I was around before I had to move again. So it was just my goal to get as many as I could. Yeah, how'd that go? I don't know, friendship can be so exhausting. I know, right? But also so rewarding, too. All the trials and tribulations and everything, I think they were all worth it. Because I made friends with all you. It took to a certain girl who remained silent, but not inattentive as I catch her own eye staring my way. And more. So I guess it sums up, it's been an experience I'd never want to give up. I never want to give up, Damien. Despite the ups and downs and twists and turns. I certainly could have never guessed the new student would have been such a wrench in the works. Getting so tangled up in Olivia, Mia, everyone else. And me. I was in a bad situation. I'm not anymore. Thinking on it, things were set in motion from day one, huh? Hey, I'm grateful. Thanks. Yo, Olivia. Going around the table asking for your input one last time. What do you think? She stops brushing and looks at me in the eye before turning all the way with a smile. All the new human student waltzing in and wrecking our ways of life. I'm currently relaxing at a fancy as hell beach resort with some of my favorite people. One of which I thought I'd never be friends with again. All thanks to my boyfriend. She looks back at me. Yeah, you did good, soldier. And Damien, I really appreciate you always trying to include me. Damien brushes the back of his head. He's got nothing to say for once. From here, conversation drifts from topic to topic. Liz in particular got into a bragging competition with Ben when she started talking about the colleges she was applying to, and he rebutted with his own lofty goals. Damien pretended to moderate the whole debate before declaring both of them were eggheads. Olivia joins in sometimes, but for the most part focuses on her little project. Ben busts out about a poker set he brought with him, complete with chips. As the sun gets closer to setting, we'll all enjoy the evening. The sun's nearly set. The rest of the pizza's nearly out, and Ben runs out to get more soda and chips. I look out over the balcony to the city below, forming different plans on what we could do tomorrow. The possibilities are endless, aren't they? Behind me, I hear Liz chuckling to herself as she clacks the poker chips as she's drained from us into her neat stacks. I had a feeling she would be the one to win. As it would turn out, she had an unbeatable poker face. Match after match, she'd shark the whole table. Wait, what if she was stretching her... What if she was stretching her neck she was... Something tugs at my sleeve. Hey. Yo. Come here. I'm led by the sleeve to another of the lawn chairs where Olivia sits me down. You want $3,000 out of the game. It's okay, Inko's rich, as we established. He can take the hit. She takes the moment to look at me, even goes as far as to adjust my legs for some reason. When she's satisfied with my position, Olivia sits herself right onto my lap with the use of her arms and tail, wiggling herself around until her back is firmly pressed against my chest. Whoa, what's this all about? Her tail wraps around my waist, securing herself to me.
Finishing touches, look.
16. It's been a lot of things. She points to the propped up easel. Finally, I could see what she was working on. It's impressive how she managed to draw our villa. She'd been working on this for some time, and the piece looks complete already. I start to ask what she meant by finishing touches when she places a brush in my hand.
Inko, help me finish it.
The voice is soft and inviting, and her hand covers mine gently. How could I even consider resisting? And magnifique. What?
No, keep going.
All right. While she said keep going, I start to feel her hand guide my gentle strokes. Slowly, the beautiful painting reaches completion. And all the while, Olivia and I bask in each other's hold. My chin rests atop her hair as she tries to concentrate. And her tail slithers and coils around my waist, keeping me as close as to her as possible. Sadly, we're losing sunlight. The painting won't be able to dry overnight with how humid it is. Looks fantastic, Olivia.
I know. I just want to keep going, though.
In the morning, then? Okay. She grumbles to herself, and I feel her head nod. I try to move my leg, only for her tail to constrict just a bit tighter for comfort. She's gonna crush his spine. From that Detroit game when Android points and with tons of green screens memes came out of it. Oh my god. Oh, Detroit becoming human. I don't know the meme you're talking about, actually.
Stay.
What about...
Stay.
Alright, she places her palette and brush aside, leaning back heavily against me. I'll stay, but the painting should be put up.
This Gator says later. Right now we cuddle. Any pizza left?
Ah!
Yeah, we saved some since we didn't want to interrupt your moment. Just shut up. I'm allowed to have this.
Liz giggles to her hand and nods. Pizza pan is brought over and a circle is formed around it. Olivia basks in the delicious taste, chomping down on the last slices with a wide smile. I nearly bumped something off the table, but it's Olivia's sketchbook. Hey, Olivia. You remember back on the second day of school we played that drawing game in Miss Prockling's class?
Yeah.
I think that's the first big thing. I think that was the first big thing to draw us together. Yes, that was the first choice that mattered. Okay. Oh, wait, what?
I think you're right.
What was? This is a game the other students would play, passing around a note and doodling on it together.
Oh, that. I never got to participate. I just kept passing it along.
I'd always draw a dick. Of course he would. Of course he would. I kind of want to do it again. Like a little send-off to our year at St. Hammond.
You're corny.
Nevertheless, she picks up the sketchbook and passes it to me. Damn you, Damien. I want to draw what I'll remember the year the most by. He was a man of class, the lower class, but class. I also dream of attacking Newman and Seinfeld, yeah. Jesus, so much to pick from.
Let me start then. Hand it over this way.
Sure. Ben gets the pad and starts carefully scribbling something down. In the meantime, Liz pipes up.
So any plans yet?
She looks towards Olivia just as she finishes the final slice.
Well, Ben here insists I can at least get some fancy diploma or other just for the sake of it. So probably one of the nearby schools here just for a bit. I'm in for tomorrow. Though I could help you find one if you want. I've already got a couple of acceptance letters.
Actually, I've got one too. Wasn't anything really amazing, truthfully. At least I won't have to worry about student debt thanks to my parents offering to foot the bill. Gee, aren't you fucking lucky? Not bitter. Ben passes the sketchbook to Damien.
No dicks. I know, jeez. Buzzkill.
What about you, Ben? You going straight to school after the summer?
Well,
he hums to himself as he stares off into the distance.
I was thinking of taking a few months off.
Lua, a close friend had a vacancy in their backpacking trip starting next month. And she said it'd be good for me. I figured I'd consider my future after I've seen more of the world. Sounds romantic, dude. Should tell Lunara how you feel during... oh, really? How you feel during it, man?
Damien!
Wow, he got with the lesser of the bitch dino thoughts. Good for him. He grins and points finger guns at Ben. Oh man, all of you going right back to school? I was just gonna find a job or something.
Oh no, not without some help, Damien. Knowing you'd end up working as some sign spinner or something.
Hey, sign spinning looks fun. Hey, those guys at least seem like they enjoy their job. Oh. Heard job openings in Jurassic World. No, they only take non-scientific... Actually, never mind. They're perfect. I was going to say non-scientifically engineered dinosaurs, but then I'm like, yeah, okay. Liz finally gives Olivia the sketchbook. From the angle here, I see it's really filling up.
No peeking.
Ugh. She makes quick work of her sketch, and finally the circle is complete when I get the sketchbook back.
Pick something good to finish off, alright?
The page is like a little scrapbook of our time at St. Hammond. Oh, look, all the things we did. Ben had drawn our brief gig as Iadawkin's apprentices for that wedding. Damien had tried his best depicting the arcade trip. He did his best. Liz chose to depict her dance with Damien. I knew it was going to come up eventually. Olivia in turn drew our dance alongside it. Damien's life choice is similar to my own. Also went to work after school. Yeah, I will say on a personal level, this game has made me, like, in retrospect, question a lot of the choices I made after high school. Yeah, we figured St. Hammond is a reference to John Hammond. We figured that out in one of the earlier streams. It might have been the first one, actually. Boy, do I have some competition here. Alright. One less drawing. Let's see. Oh, I gotta do it. Oh. Okay. What do you think we should do? I wasn't expecting this to happen a second time. We did this once and then never came back to it. Jimmy's dad matches Wayne Knight's character. Yeah. Name for this game a Jurassic High? Maybe. I feel like that's been used for something. Okay. Man, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. My teen romance with Dino Babe. No. Let's not do that here. Try to draw Olivia again. All right. It's funny. The drawing I did is actually under the art section in the game. I was wondering what happened to that, but yeah, you could find it there. All right, I'm gonna try and do her better this time. Go for a better perspective with my limited skills as an artist. Honestly, that first drawing actually came out way better than I thought it would. Could have got. I know, right? We've already said the dialogue is just way too much. Like they could have really just. They could have. They just had to like cut the dialogue a little bit, and that would have been perfect. Still not accurate, but you know. She's got like scruffy hair. This isn't really much of a good drawing program either. Like the eraser is kind of weird. It's like flat. Look at that. Yeah, it seems to me like most of the effort went into the dialogue, and maybe those few animations we saw. God, this is not coming out good. No Mario Paint. Nope. That neck is fucked up. Let me fix that. Fix this. There we go. That's better. Hold on. I know what we can do. No, they wouldn't. This was already we've already found out that this game was essentially a parody, or maybe like a shit post about something, like a parody of another game. Which honestly, I'm kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tempted to check out. All right, here's what we do. I'm gonna do this. We're going to draw our boy right next to him. with his bald head. He looks like a Ninja Turtle. A little bit. There he is. His neck is also fucked up. Let me fix that. No. They said no dicks. I'm sticking with no dicks. So here we go. That's them. And then... Yay, there they are. You know what? It's not terrible. Okay, it's pretty terrible, but by the standards they're asking.
Nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
By the standards of this game, I guess it's not the worst. Okay, all right, I'm good with this. Could have made it a little bit bigger. My drawing joins the rest, and I look over the whole thing once more. Kid, I think you just gotten a little bit better. Well, thank you, Olivia. I want to keep this one.
It's all yours.
We keep talking about our senior year and what comes next for some time. I don't need your pity. Finally, the sun is set and the moon has risen, framing the balcony perfect for what I was waiting for. I motioned to Olivia so she finally let me stand, which she reluctantly does. Ah yes, golden hour. Standing and stretching, I feel the pins and needles in my legs slowly fade as I walk to the corner of the balcony. All reliable. I must have taken hundreds of pictures with this bad boy. None of them seem to have noticed it there, thankfully, as I looked again at the chattering group on the balcony. My friends. Somehow I think this picture will mark the precise end of one point in our lives and the start of another. Maybe that's what all pictures do. Make quick work of setting up everything right. The angle, the settings, everything. Libby's a bit of a troll. Yep, it's time. Hey, everyone. Heads turn. Olivia rolls her eyes but smiles, seeing I'm up to old tricks. I see where this is going. All right, just one. Thanks. I got a feeling this is going to be a keeper. Damien adjusts his seating to Liz, to bring Liz closer to him. The focus, f-stop, and ISO are all ideal. No worries for motion blur or anything. Quickly go sit by Olivia again, embracing her in a similar way. How do we know when it's done? Not on a timer. I got a switch here. Oh, on cheese? Sure. Actually, oh yeah, just thought of something just for Olivia. We were talking about this earlier. I tell him what I thought up. Olivia's brow furrows defiantly.
That's lame. Please don't.
My camera.
This is one time, all right? All right?
You got it. Everyone ready? Once more, I'm enveloped in Olivia's arms and tail, and I can feel her joy and annoyance radiate from her more brilliantly than the last ray of sunlight. All eyes look at my DSLR set in the corner, smiles adorning faces from the prospect of this moment being immortalized forever. Hey, look at the gang. Here's to our future, yeah. And good fortunes to come. And good friends we've all made.
It's just a picture. Don't make it weird.
I think it's a bit more than that. 3, 2, 1. I want to. Really? Title drop. I want to hug that gator. Yay! We survived. They said the thing. All right, well, let's see if there's anything more. A lot of Anons worked on this game.
Nico and Olivia? Haven't seen them in a while. Barely even have time for myself between studying and whatnot. Although maybe I could take a break. It'll be nice to take my whatnot on a double date. I'll be down in the city again soon. I think I'll call him now to arrange something.
Look at Liz's face.
Those two, they're doing great. Thanks for asking. How am I doing? I'm glad you asked.
Finally found a great career path that really speaks to me. Oh, this ought to be good.
Starting next week, I'm not going to be Damien any longer. My new name is Rory the Reading Raptor.
What? Is Damien on like a kids show?
Hello? Oh, it's you. Nico and Olivia, they've moved.
They're still a short drive away. It's just down over while Olivia is in college.
I think Nico said he found an internship.
It's a little annoying having to drive the extra distance, but their stuff really is flying off the shelves these days at my store. And Damien loves coming along to catch up. Reading Rainbow theme intensifies. These really don't seem like real names. Didn't that person that was here said that the people who worked on this game are kind of anonymous?
Huh. Hey girl, haven't seen you forever. Like, when was the last time? It was just before that school dance thing. Oh, why did we even hang around that bitch? I always hated her. She was just a different person before, so do you got the designs I asked for? You know it. I'll make tribal garbs be the next big, huge thing to take off. Trust me. Excellent.
Yeah, okay, these are not real people. Oh, hey, look, it's surreal Olivia from that hallucination. Principal Scalar with her, coffee. You know, for what I know about her and after seeing her at the dance, I'm just gonna assume every one of those coffees she had is, got a little bit of Irish in it, if you catch my drift. Coffee spiked some lean.
Nito and Halford? Those names will stick with me for better or worse. Mostly for the stress they cause me. It's like they were magnets for my trouble. Always right in front of the auditor. But I'm keeping an eye on their careers. They may be visiting again sooner than expected.
Like that weekend movie. Nico Olivia, don't watch much cooking shows.
There were students here, Solly.
Oh, the monkey boy. What do you mean? What do you mean, the monkey boy, sir?
I'm proud
of him. He's a good soldier. I wish him luck with his cooking thing. What if that's actually what happened? What What if they started a cooking channel together? Spooter. Ah, little Inko. I feel in a world where everyone was constantly giving him advice. I was the only one listening to him at times. I'm grateful for him, truly. I've never felt closer to the youth today. Although after the head slide I'd pull, my back was killing me for ages. But it was nice to feel young again. I hope the young love those two share blossoms into something beautiful. Spooter man. Those two, they come to visit us just last week. Guess they missed my cooking too much. Who are we talking to?
It's so nice to see them again, especially since we only have Vinny with us in the house now. I do miss those times when the house was more hectic, as surprising as that sounds.
They're their own people now, but our little nest is always open for them. Look, she has her disgusting toy she won at the arcade.
Inky and Livy? Yeah, they came not too long ago. We spent the whole morning just playing video games. And after that, Inky tried to play street hockey with me. It was so much fun, and he looked really happy after I accidentally hit him with a slap shot.
If he had a nose, it would have been broken.
Even Olivia agreed to have that he'd have fun, but he was too tired and needed to take a nap because he was getting old.
Well, we're spending more time with them because I guess we didn't see them a whole lot in the story.
So you and that psycho Ben guy, I never took you for that type. Don't call him that, you skank.
You know what? They should have been in the story more.
You know I love you, girl. I didn't mean nothing by it. You found someone too, I see. Oh yeah, he's just my type. He plays video games, he doesn't shower, and he moderates online
No. Oh my god, really? I was like, wait, who else did we meet? Damn. Buster's best ending. He pulled a baddie, apparently. She got turned on by his Street Fighter skills.
Inko.
It's the Monarch. It's Dinosaur Monarch and Dinosaur Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh, he was one of Trent's assistants at my wedding. Hasn't been that long, honestly. We wish you could have seen him at Trent's services. Lend an ear to him and all. Send our regards his way. I may have a request for him soon. I'm looking for more henchmen. He seems like he'd fit well in a butterfly suit. We just found out that we're gonna have a kid. We definitely need some high-quality photos on that day.
We didn't get to speak as Dr. Girlfriend, though. Sad. Welcome, my friend. Are you here for the usual? Well, I've been practicing a new technique. Ah, yes, Chef. The most vital character in the whole story. After all, as an artist must always challenge their skills. So must a chef and showman work to expand their repertoire. Do be mindful, though, that you should lean back. My last friend is still missing his eyebrows. Where the Dino Henchmen, Dino Dwarves, and the Dr. Girlfriend has. Wasn't in the budget to draw. Oh, really? We're gonna hear from you?
Never heard of him. You got the wrong person. Now scram, busy trying to get certified as a real mechanic. I don't got time to reminisce about randos if I...
Well, excuse me, princess.
if I know them or not.
Maybe I did a long time ago, but not anymore. Not anymore.
She must have ran real fast after that incident at the dance. There's a best teacher right there. He will be missed. Who are these characters? Well, gee. The end. Ending 4 of 4. Yep, so that was the best ending. Finally. I know, right? The other endings to get something extra. Nah. I'm good. I know. It was quite a ride, wasn't it? Let's see here. There are mods for this game, apparently. You look at the gallery real quick. I have the, okay, so I'm guessing these are all the bad ending images. But, Oh, look at that. You can pan. Look at all the dino randos. Oh my god, look! It's Dexter and Mandark. Dino Dexter and Dino Mandark. I want to see, like, if there's other references that we might have missed. Multiverse, I know, right? These two characters look kind of familiar, but I can't quite... I don't know, there's something about these two. Maybe. Captain N? Where? This guy in the back? Nah. Napoleon Dynamite? Yeah, maybe? Maybe it's Napoleon and Pedro. Maybe. Huh. That's cool. We got to see some stuff we haven't seen, or we're too busy to notice. Is there anything? Oh, okay. There's the sketch that Olivia did of Inko. There's this epic battle we saw. I want to see if there's anything we can do to, like, any pan over images. Oh, look at that alternate. There's Ben. I'm glad things worked out for Ben. That was kind of a rough deal he went through. There's nothing here. There's this horrifying image. Oh wow. Look at that. It's like an animation. There it is, the first gator hug. Oh. I was like, wait, what is that? There's the mouse friend. Let's just look at. Let's just go through all these and see if there's anything. There's the painting that was submitted. There's nothing here. I like this image right here. This is really cute. And there's sick Inko and his Snuggie. And there's the Dino Monarch and Dino Dr. Girlfriend getting hitched. Again, I can't believe I didn't notice that's who they were supposed to be. Then there's this horrifying image. This really took me off guard. And you know what's funny? Because now, like, knowing what we know about him now, he probably knew he was dying. So he seemed to have like a very fuck it attitude. So it made a lot, his motives made a lot more sense. There's getting the news about Iodakin. Here's the that's a good shot too. I like that one. Dino Sergeant Hadrian Dial Princess Princess Tiny Feet. I haven't watched the Venture Brothers in a while. I gotta catch up with it. Bite. Nom. And there's this. Yeah. I think there's an alternate route where you don't go through his story. I think that's what was implied there. There's this. Assembling the wheelchair. There's Liz or Olivia in her prom dress. There's the painting. There's oh, we can get a good look at the sketch now. We finished with. I forget where I left off. I need to figure out where I left off with it and just watch it again. Good luck finding an HBO Max. I was about to ask, is it on there or did it get swallowed up? Olivia and her fine booty. I have to upload that sound clip you sent me. Oh. And there they are. Summer of 2024. That's when I think this is when the game came out. Alright, yeah, we cannot get the lewds. There's the backgrounds. Man, we're missing quite a few. Yeah, clearly some of these are drawings. Oh yeah, different seasons. And some of them are I think this is a drawing. It looks like a drawing. And then there's ones that are like clearly just a stock image like this right here. Tubi, we get close. That show got done so fucking dirty. It infuriates me. The big old Christmas tree from wherever this was taken. This is clearly not the New York Christmas tree. And then here's the Home Depot that they tried to say is the dark room in the photography class. It isn't. There's the hibachi, which looks like a real place. God knows where. Yeah, I'll look into that sometime soon. I want to I want to do maybe like regular movie nights, like maybe on Sunday evenings. I was looking for the arcade. The arcade does not appear to be here. Huh. Well, it doesn't have to be movies. I was thinking one thing we could do that might be fun is if I'm going to review something from Cartoon Clip Show, maybe we just watch it on stream. Or watch it through Discord. I like this image. Very, very clean. Very, very pleasing to look at. Well, when it comes to Twitch, I was actually considering maybe doing like something else. Drawings. There it is. Again, it turned out a lot better than I thought it would, but it's not that great. Full bodies.
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
There's these. I thought we were gonna get like character models for this, but I guess not. There they are. God knows what that is. We will never find out. Except in a few minutes when we check out the bad endings. Good. Thank you for putting this in here, by the way. Very good. You wanna know what's funny? My drawing kind of looks like this. A little bit. Again, there's something just funny about this. Just... Okay. Drawings, and there's the animations. Did we miss any animations? Apparently we did. Yeah, there was all these... The freaky, the freaky trip. Yeah, it looks like something you'd see on MTV in the 90s. As like a bumper. We can see this again. Ah. Basically just wanted to see it for that. It's interesting. This has the only piece of voice acting in the entire game. Nope. Run. Worth it. Man, what are these? See. Oh, I think this is, no. That's animations, that's backgrounds. Full bodies are... I wish they had, like, all the characters. Like, all the character models. Wonder why they didn't include those. Lewd. The lewd... Okay, I'm gonna just real quick. I'm gonna check and see if the loods got unlocked. Alright, the saucy images have been enabled. Oh god. Let me see. Oh. I clicked mod by accident. No. Gallery. Okay, they have not. They're still locked. I'm like weirdly curious as to A, what these are, and B, like, how do you get them? But we're not gonna find out here.
Damn you, old man!
So, well, with the game being done, we can also, and with the extra time we have left, I have the other endings queued up on YouTube, so we can check those out. So, let me, alright, I guess we can close this now. Bye, Gator Game, you were fun. There's a mystery about that has been solved. Drake did that on the thing card. Oh right, yeah. You know what? I saw that. You want to see the? All right, so we're gonna. Okay, so the ending we got. Let me enable my monitor here. So this is Noir Red, who did the walkthrough that I was consulting to see, like how far along we are with the game. This is the. Oh, get rid of that. This is the killer ending, which I'm assuming is the worst ending. I have not looked at any of these, so we're gonna get a good, good honest reaction here. And this is only 20 minutes long, so. Oh boy, yeah. All right, let's see. Sure the volume's up. All right, I'm not going to read these because they're probably going to go too fast for me to read, but we'll just kind of read them to ourselves and comment. Oh God! When does this happen? Well, shit. They'll... When does this happen? What, like, when does she get hurt? At the dance? I don't know. Him running when they heard what? They were how long they stayed. What fucking triggered this? My God. Fix it. Like, They pick up Damien from the adopted movie and he messed her up. I don't know, man. Oh, man, he brought guts, too. Oh. Oh, man. Boy, good thing we followed that guide, huh? Eek, a mouse. He's already run down the hall. Grab the mouse now. Get Guts out of there. Oh shit, a rat. Is her pet? Bro, scoop it up. They're gonna fuck with the rat. Protect him. I hope that's not why this is called the well, I mean, there's a couple reasons why this is probably called the killer ending. Oh no. No. What happened? Like how did all this happen? Inko, do something. Just a volunteer. I'm just an intern. Oh man, it's not even the full ending. I just noticed he has a black eye. So maybe they got into an altercation with Mia. Remember over and over. Elaborate, please. What happened? Around the doorway. Aw. Shouldn't have kept you. Only we were just a little sooner. What event are they talking about? Okay, maybe it wasn't the altercation with Mia, because Damien wasn't involved in that at all. Oh, her dad! Wow. Wow, this is the only time we've ever seen him. Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Reverberate. Like melting away. Damn. Would he pass out? You know what? He did look like somebody, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it too. I was thinking, yeah, you know what? You're right. He does look like a member of Muscle Man's family. Since when do you get thrown out of a hospital like that? Nurse scoffs. What the hell happened, man? It's that dinner. Which dinner? I'm trying to figure out where this takes place. The guide I was following actually has a detailed explanation of each ending. So maybe we take a look at that real quick. Why did this happen? Good question, man. Normal. Oh, and you are? Even worse. God, something bad happened. Yeah, this timeline never happened. There he is. He's okay. Okay, good. The rat's fine, guys. Guts will live. Oh, really? You just leaving him? Don't do that. Bird, I know, right? Shit. I'll say it again. Thank God we used a guide. That's the credits, and you just get like normal ass credits. Okay. Give me 1 second. I wanna. I don't think she's dead. I just don't know what happened. Let me I tell you what, let me pull up that guide I was going by. And because there's a detailed explanation of the of each ending that was covered in spoiler. Okay, so okay, I'll enable the monitor so you can read together. This is on Steam, by the way. Olivia does not take Ian Dawkins' passing well, shutting herself off in her room and watching old anime with Inko not trying hard to help her. Their date takes them to the mall where an influencer Inko watches is attending a meet and greet. It goes horribly with the influencer arriving drunk and Olivia being disinterested in most of the time. When Olivia gets home, she tells Vinny to F off. Okay. Before the formal, Olivia gets into a fight with Liz that breaks out into a fight with the pains and her dress gets ruined. Inko takes her on a detour and forces her to wear a revealing dress during Ian Dawkins' eulogy, which Olivia had not bothered to have a speech for. She breaks down and Inko takes a picture, believing this to be a grand moment. Olivia retreats to a stairwell where Inko forces her to hug him. She pushes back, falling down the stairs. She is seen in a coma with Inko still believing he was doing all the right things. Wow, what the fuck? The dick ending, yeah. Which is interesting because there is there's an ending called the Simp ending. Which one is that? Hold on. This is the Simp ending. It's 41 minutes. So maybe we'll you can chapter select, which is nice. Okay. Back home is silent. Feeling much colder than it did outside. I didn't bother turning the lights on as I hobbled through the empty halls. Each step up the stairs is forced. The bedroom door swings open. I can't be bothered to close it. Who's being the simp here? Is this his room? All women are queens. If she breathed, she's a thought. Hmm. Oh yeah, that is Wonder Woman. What the fuck? I'll do what she said. Oh yeah, look at that. They're kind of like weirdly like altered, but yeah, I see them. Okay, what the fuck happened here? Copyright scary. I think they would have been, yeah, oh, well. They could have just put a filter over it. They didn't have to, like, fully mess with them. I never figured Inko a fan of superhero movies. He seems more the prudish type. I mean, he did get into that argument with Vinny about The Godfather. And we never did see his parents, did we? Yeah, I suppose so. Let's chat each other for a while. Next year I'll have taxes. That reminds me, I gotta get mine done. Breathe in, breathe out. She responded. Oh my god. Guys, she likes me. Tuh. Yeah, now I need to know how this happened. This ending is pretty long though, but we're gonna check them out. Man, these endings are pretty harsh. Like I've gone on about like how I feel about dating sims, but like when it comes to stuff like this, you know, getting the bad ending, it's like super. Sometimes it's just like super bad, and it's like, man, calm down. Dispatch. I've heard a lot of good things about Dispatch. Please, oh god, you should have left that last line out, man. That was too much. That was definitely too much. Yeah. My god, was he got fucking brain damage in this timeline? Thank you, Raptor Jesus. Reset away from now. Alright, that was a little funny. I like the idea of us taking weird vernacular from games I played and just using it on this channel, like Raptor Jesus and Bunker Busters. What the fuck happened, man? What did you do, idiot? Can't leave you alone for 5 seconds. Hey, Chris, that's a Hanukkah movie. Okay. This ending doesn't seem nearly as bad as the other one. Granted, it's still pretty bad. This IQ is probably Christmas. Whoa, is he older? He's got like a beard, kinda. Damn, he can grow hair. God damn, this ending's long. Even the fucking endings are drawn out. My god. I'm off to work. I'm modeling some clothes on the floor at J.C. Penney. You doing that music thing again? what, what just happened? Did he? Oh, I guess maybe they pushed the. It'd be like old times. Yeah, so now we're seeing all the images we didn't get because, you know, we got the good ending because fuck these other endings. I see he's got the big dreams, but they ain't gonna happen. When I get famous, we're gonna be rich. Yeah, good luck with that. Let's cope. Yeah. Yes, Goose works how it works. Well, Gooseworks is talented. Your inspiration last work. You want to elaborate on this? Yeah. I heard something happened with Gooseworks, but I don't know the details behind it. Hmm. Yeah, this don't have the same vibe as the as the as the good ending for sure. That's nice. Yeah, we've already finished the games. Also, hi. We finished the games. We're just watching the other endings on YouTube. We got the other one where she's in the hospital. Or we looked at it rather. We didn't get it. Incognito. I still can't believe his name is Incognito. Let's hope you. Well, don't ask me how I know that. I'm not going to. I hate that I know what that is. All the Snook games, yeah? Okay. Homer? Who is Homer? My name is Guy Incognito. Alright, I'm not paying attention to what's happening on screen. Oh, what's he saying? How's he gonna fuck this up? The devlog, his name is Dev E. Really? Oh. Yeah, that has always been a character flaw of him, even through the good path. He just doesn't know when to stop talking. Oh, that's a new face. Yeah, this ain't going so well. How much longer we got in this? We're not even halfway through. Take her to the hibachi place. Take her to the hibachi place. She likes that. Take her, cheer her up, yeah. She'll see the onion volcano and everything will be okay. Hmm. All right, you should go. Yeah. Let's see how well it goes. Dignified flat, huh? This closet probably costs like $2,000 a month. It's like a hotel room. God damn. Must be Miami. Oh yeah, I've seen them. Hell, I've seen hotel rooms that look better than this. Weird that there's no music happening. It's like eerily quiet. It's you guys. Maybe. Just look it up on your phone, dingus. Only carnivore locations. Simone's. They have the accent over the E. It must be good. I haven't been to Orlando in ages, actually. I remember the one Disney hotel I really liked was what was it, the Pop Century? That one was good. It had a display in the lobby of stuff from different decades. They had Thundercats action figures in the 80s one. I think you should be, man. How far in the future is this? Because clearly they've already graduated. Inko's got kind of a beard. Hearing that noise kind of was a bit jarring. Man. Less muscular John Paul China. Damn, I can't unsee it. Maybe that's another reference that they made. Quick, get Jeff Bennett on the line. You know, I can weirdly hear Jeff Bennett voicing this character. Oh, yeah. God, where did you screw up in the timeline to cause this to happen? We're gonna read the ending explanation also. I'm a little worried about the other ending because that one's an hour long. Uh-oh. I hear rock music. Fuck. Oh boy. What happened? Hours. Oh, geez. I hope this guitar music doesn't get claimed like the other one did. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Fucking clickbait. Bullshit. Reporters. No, we're doing you a favor. Fuck off. Go on the date thing now. There's gotta be someplace open. Come on. God, look at her face. Jeez. Dude. You need to stop talking. Remember? Oh, God. Just hold him foot in your mouth. I know, right? Why didn't you make the right choices, player? Ugh. Yeah, this one... honestly, this one... I can't tell, like, which ending was worse. The previous one or this one. This one's, like, more painfully drawn out. Yeah. I think this one being longer and drawing out, like, the frustrations is arguably worse. Oh. Oh, God. It really is. I mean, well, we're mostly through it. I mean, it's pretty obvious where this is all going. Oh, damn. Shit. They turn into like a bitter married couple. This is awful. Mom, Dad, please stop fighting. Yeah. Well, shit. I'm okay. I am not ashamed to admit that we used the guide to get to the good ending because fuck this. Man, let me okay, something here is happening. Let's move to the next scene. Somebody threw a vase. You think? Yeah, this is the worst ending. Like the other ending where Olivia gets hurt and put in the hospital, that's bad, but this is more painful. Oh no, now they're getting symbolic. Ah. What else is there? Okay, so she shuts the door. Oh no. It's symbolic of their relationship. An idea. Oh, this ought to be good. Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, all right. All right, you know what? I think we get the point. Okay, again, the game sure loves its over explaining of things. No, the bad end. Okay. I want to know exactly like okay. Olivia sits in the darkness, her window painted black, surrounded by a ring of her old sketches. Inko does not talk to her. It seems to help somewhat as Olivia comes out of the room in the evening. Inko says the stays the night, and in the morning, Olivia invites him on a date and to an art showcase. So this is after her wheelchair gets broken, I think. They go to a showcase in a cafe. Olivia mentions that Iodakin's work is on display there. While walking around, they meet the gallery owner, Alina, who shows them Iodakin's art. Here, she says that is that she is Iodakin's apprentice. At the end of the date, Inko asks Olivia to the winter formal, and she is ecstatic. Inko also gives her an idea for her speech to say how much Iedakin affected her and how his teachings shaped her, and to make a big point. Reformer goes better than the last. Okay, I would think so. Olivia wearing a sewn plain white dress, everything during the formal goes somewhat smoothly until the eulogy. Olivia comes off as pretentious during the speech and gets some jeers from other students. Inko tries to encourage her, but it makes the situation worse. This causes her to storm out and okay, yeah, because it started at winter break. So clearly, yeah, okay, this happened at the dance. All right, it makes sense now. And so Inko begs her to take him back. A few years later, Inko live in a small apartment in a relationship. Olivia is struggling. Artist trying to get bigger. Ends with the two arguing and Olivia smashing a flowered vase. Okay. Olivia gets too full of herself. Okay. This one also, Inko becomes a narcissistic psychopath, puts the poor Gator in a coma. Okay. All right, the too long didn't read. Okay, here's the golden ending. We got that. Okay, so the last one is the that's the recovery. The recovery ending is also pretty long. So we'll check this out, but we'll probably skim through some of the longer bits of it, which we know there's going to be a lot of, because this game, from what I understand, this ending is like okay, so maybe it's not going to be that awful. Things went okay for a while. We've been through living in someone who Okay. All right. Let's. Okay. Well, things feel a lot better. Things feel a lot better for this one for sure. Long new syllabus for a semester. Okay, let's wait till they actually like show up. Okay. I keep having the urge to click the screen to to move the dialogue along, but I know that's not going to work because it's a YouTube video. Okay. Well, things are certainly more cheerful here. Heh. Good thing we saw the two bad endings first. Jeez. This'll probably rejuvenate. But here's what really happened. What really happened is the ending we got, and nothing will convince me otherwise. Yeah, I know. I know what it was. I feel like this is likely the ending we were gonna get if we had proceeded to live with our choices. A monk reference. I remember that show. I don't think I ever watched it, though. They're going to be talking for a minute. Alright, let's, because it is an hour long, I'm going to actually skim through this a little bit more than the other ones. Okay. We can also get the summary from you know, when we read the explanation. What is that flash? Is that... Okay. So I guess this is after her wheelchair broke. I think. Okay, well. At least they're happy together here. Maybe that's not the wheelchair. Love nips. Oh, it's Ben. Oh, jeez. No. You will freeze for what you did, whatever that was. Hmm. Could this be the last choice of the last choice that mattered? Like if we chose the other one? None of your business. Jeez. Wow. The angry at Ben timeline. Jeez. And it's especially upsetting knowing what we know about him now. They're trying to convince her to go back to school after... Wait, is this when the wheelchair was broken, or is this something else that happened? We'll find out either way. I'm just trying to guess. I mean, he's got a point. Oh, oh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, more awkward silence too. What? Guy, he's gonna be popping all them anti. What just happened? Oh, I think he slammed the door in Ben's face. Okay, I was worried in this timeline Inko's the one that hits him. I was about to say he's gonna be popping all them antipsychotics that he doesn't need. We're not. Oh. Oh God. Yeah. Okay, so we fast forward through the school year. Now it's Ben who is the simp. Oh, she didn't get to graduate. Okay. Lo-fi hip-hop, huh? I can see why this is the okay ending. Again, I'm no longer ashamed that we use a guide to get the good ending, because this would have been really bad after all this game put us through. Again, grievances with dating sims. I've already gone through it. Alright, well, this place is a little bit nicer than that other one. It's a little more cozy. Despite everything, she still seems pretty content. So I guess it's not. Again, this is supposed to be the okay ending. And at least they seem to have a fairly healthy relationship. Okay, let's see what... Okay, alright. I mean, they're still doing okay. But by comparison. Okay, they're having extended conversation. Oh, she's become a content creator. She, oh, see, okay. Alright. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. Oh, what's that? I don't know where she's become a VTuber. Do you think her avatar would be a human? Just for irony's sake? Okay. Trying to get the to like important bits, but it's kind of hard to gauge where those are. Uh, the old stomping grounds. Hmm. This might be important bits. Oh, look who it is. Still with her cup of Irish coffee. Hmm. She doesn't believe her. Oh, well, she's playing along, at least. Yeah, something happened with her for sure. Definitely not taking Iadakin's death well. Oh wow, only a year? Oh, cool. Extracurricular classes. Okay. More arts. Hmm. Definitely. I mean, at least their relationship is still pretty healthy. But yeah, something definitely went wrong somewhere. Oh, PTSD from nearly getting killed by Mia. Yeah, there's the classroom. Our old seats. Still warm. So I'm guessing, obviously, what happened was she took his passing very hard and didn't and ended up not living up to the expectations he had for her, or at least as she thought, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be. I have a feeling when we read the overview, it's gonna say something like that. Okay. Oh, what's this? Her landscape is gone. Oh, jeez. Oh man. Oh wow, she's showing emotion. That's not stress. All right, I want to see where this goes. I think I know what she's gonna do. Yeah, I think I know what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right. I thought what I thought was gonna happen was she was gonna go to the park and do her drawing of the fountain that she wanted, trying to give herself some closure. But I guess she instead we're gonna go visit Mystery Adakin. Let's skip ahead to that. Yep. This is more, yeah, this is a much more somber ending. I can see why it's considered the okay ending. The other two endings were awful. The one we got was the good one. This one's more melancholy. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. We're, there's only a couple minutes left, so maybe we just let this play out. Plus, there's probably credits, so it's not even going to be that long. All right, well, at least she got a bit of closure. So the recovery. Olivia sits in a state to ending 2. She's playing games and being more talkative this time. Olivia goes to Inko's snuggle up. Okay. Reading all her failed attempts to formulate a speech for Iodakin's eulogy, Olivia accidentally reveals that she had tried to walk and bruised her left knee, which Inko patches up. Olivia allows herself to be taken out of the room right after. Eventually, Damien, Vinny, Inko, and Olivia all play a game together and later have a pizza dinner. The next morning, Inko invites Olivia on a date to the Volcadera Bluffs. They go for a walk on some trails, eventually getting lost, but then getting guided to a lookout point where they watch the sunset and Olivia sketches the view. Pretty formal. Olivia and Inko don't go along with Damien and Liz, as Olivia doesn't know what her speech will be. They get on the metro and just go with the flow of where it'll go, leading them to a bistro where some flame performers are putting on a show. During the performance, the head of the family of performers passes down his title to his granddaughter. Seeing how happy the grandfather for his granddaughter, Olivia gets the inspiration for her speech and tells Inko they have to hurry to the winter formal. They stop along the way to get a kimono for Olivia. Their effort was for naught as they arrive at closing time for the formal. With Ben getting angry at Olivia has become disinterested in going to school. Oh wow, that's a lot of series of events. Jeez. Skip on doing homework. A year later, Inko and Olivia living together in an apartment with Inko going to college and Olivia being a low-earning full-time streamer. I'm sorry. Just that made me laugh for some reason. They decided to go for brunch in Payne's earlier, but end up stopping by their school beforehand. Olivia sees Iodakin's memorial plaque on a school display. Olivia gets information about Iodakin's grave site from Principal Scalar. They look for his grave and eventually find it, with Olivia giving the speech at the end prepared for her a year ago. Olivia partially found the closure she needed, but it was a year too late. Yeah. The Sonic story proved interesting. And then this was the good ending. This is what we got. Olivia gets a closure. Then there's the epilogue. Apparently there's like more stuff if you complete the game, but I don't have the emotional strength to do that. I'm sorry. All right. Well, final thoughts. This game was better than I thought it was going to be. It has a very good, well-written story. It has good, likable, well-developed characters. My only complaints, aside from the general complaints I have with dating sims in general, I feel like Inko's design, like they could have just made him like a person and not just a parody of like a protagonist. I feel like that kind of dragged things down a little bit, because this was meant to be taken seriously for the most part. As you can, I don't know. I'm having trouble catching up with all the other things, but I have to get into the next chapter anyway. Yeah, I feel like he could have just been like his own character or something. And then, of course, the biggest issue I had with this game is too fucking long. The dialogue goes into way too much description. They really, really could have cut this down, and it could have been just as equally effective. But that being said, I'm glad we decided to just use a guide to get the good ending, because holy shit, if we had gotten one of those bad endings, oof. The okay ending I think would have been all right, because you know, it was pretty bad, and like I said, it was very melancholy, but at least there was a little something at the very end, you know. He's squeeze a little bit. I know, right? It could have been a lot shorter. That's really my biggest complaint of the whole thing. But you know what? I don't regret playing it. So yeah, that was the thing. The moral of the story, though, really is when I do the next dating sim for Valentine's Day, I'm gonna make sure it's not a 12-hour epic tale, and it's something we can do in maximum 2 or 3 streams, 1 preferably, but you know. All right. Oh man. Let's raid out to someone. When I come back, we're going to be doing some kind of palate cleanser game before we get into Super Robot Wars, which I have to test out. We can raid out to Les Skittle, I guess. Yeah, have a good night if you guys aren't going to join us. I'm going to raid out to Les Skittle because she's probably curious about the game. She actually had interest in it. So we'll do that. She's playing House Flipper. She's making a train set in a house. Exciting. All right. Well, it's been fun. This was a roller coaster of emotions. The drawer of my keyboard that holds my keyboard has appears to be broken, so I have to deal with that now. All right, say bye to everybody, Nico. That'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining me. I don't know what we're going to play next, but I have some ideas. Like I said, we're going to do a palate cleanser after that emotional roller coaster. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. If you're new here, give me a follow. Subscribe to Rob the Casual Gamer, where I upload all my streams. Make sure to like, comment, and check out my other videos. I'm going to stop recording. We're going to raid out to the last Skittle, who's playing House Flipper. And I will see you guys later.